Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about trying to redeem yourself in the eyes of narcissistic people. When you are dealing with narcissists who are holding the past against you, remember two things. Number one, you cannot ever erase or unhappen things that are in the past. And number two, short of doing that, nothing is ever going to be good enough. Years can go by before you discover this. Years that you spend trying to explain, trying to be understood, trying to apologize, trying to move on, only to find that it's not possible. Any failure in the narcissist's eyes is permanent and irredeemable. It doesn't even have to have actually happened. Their belief that it did is all that's required. If you admit it, you're a bad person. If you deny it, you're a liar. There is no reasonable way to deal with this. There's no forgiveness, no empathy, no understanding, no consideration, no benefit of the doubt, no good faith, no redemption, no moving on. The loss is permanent. Relationships obviously cannot exist within this framework. People are not perfect. They will hurt each other sometimes. They will do or say the wrong thing sometimes. They will make mistakes sometimes. Narcissists simply cannot accept that. They are so fragile that not only is there no room for them to be a human being, there's no room for anybody else to be one either. Any deviation from perfection seems to be seen as a permanent failure. The fact that it could happen at all is evidence of how unsafe, unreliable, untrustworthy, etc. somebody is. This is unforgivable, no matter why it happened, no matter how long it's been. A side effect of this mindset can also be that the narcissist is unable to move on from some self-imposed shame regarding things that they have done, and they claim that you are the person who will not let it go. At any rate, stop trying to redeem yourself in the eyes of a narcissist. The loss is permanent. It cannot be repaired. It is a favorite claim of narcissists in general that some failure or lack or mistake on the part of the other person is responsible for the problems in the relationship. And if that person can just redeem themselves in the narcissist's eyes, everything will be okay. Many narcissistic personalities may actually really believe that. The problem is that it's not true. The deep, deep insecurity and pathological distrust that are inherent in this personality structure make intimacy and trust impossible for them. They don't seem to realize that, however, and they can't take ownership of it anyway. Most probably really do believe the problem is the other person or the other people. They may say all the right things, but when it comes down to it, they simply cannot or will not do the things necessary to trust other people and repair relationships. This is considered to be your problem. If you can't fix it and you can't fix how they feel about it, you're going to get what you deserve. If you don't believe that this is how it is, ask yourself a few questions. Has this ever worked before? Does this person seem to legitimately trust anybody? Have they ever done so? Does this person seem willing to give you the benefit of the doubt in any way? Are they approaching things from an open-minded place with good faith? Does this person seem able to understand and empathize with your mindset or your situation or anything about you? Is this person actually willing to forgive and move on? Are they capable of doing these things? Is this person more invested in punishing you or in understanding and resolving? Does this person accept your explanations, your reasons, etc.? Do they even listen to these things? Do they keep bringing something up, no matter how long it has been, no matter how many times it has already been addressed? Make sure when you're looking at the answers to these questions, you are going off the person's actions, not their words. Many people say they are willing to do things, but their actions prove that they're really not. Many people say they trust others, but their actions prove that they really don't. Complicating this even further, is the more a narcissistic person feels you're trying to convince them or change their mind, in essence, to manipulate them, the harder they are likely to resist and push back against what you're saying. When they don't feel you're trying to convince them, the more likely they are to believe that you don't care anymore and you're rejecting them and abandoning them. You cannot win here. This is unreasonable, illogical, and ridiculous. The more you try, the less they believe you. The less you try, the less they believe you. They don't believe you. 2 + 2 = 4, right? The basic thing here is that you should keep putting in all of this effort to convince them, because it proves to them that they matter, even though the fact that you're trying so hard causes them to distrust your motives even more than they already do, and even though their contrary childish nature precludes them from even listening anyway. Most also have a deep-seated distrust. This often includes a fear of being controlled, manipulated, brainwashed, tricked, which makes considering anything anyone says almost impossible, especially if they're being contradicted. However, despite all of that, as soon as you stop trying to convince them, you may be immediately accused of not caring. This is not about you or what you are saying. So you have to get your mind around that fact. It's all about the attention and the focus and the energy you are pouring onto the narcissist in your attempts to get them to believe you, accept you, validate, whatever you're trying to do. That is what matters. What you want from them does not matter. It's not considered. It has not mattered. It will not matter, and you will not get it. What matters is you trying to get it. It is extreme effort that doesn't benefit you in any way. It's like being a hamster running on a wheel that is hooked up to a machine. Your energy is powering the machine and benefiting the people that are using that machine, but you are not getting anywhere, and you never will. So I hope that clears a few things up for you. May the Great Spirit bless you. Have a beautiful day.